What do you do when your imaginary friend is a psychopath? Hey there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are looking at Daniel Isn't Real from 2019. Now Daniel Isn't Real is a psychological horror film directed by Adam Egypt Mortimer, and it follows a young man who really has to bring a childhood imaginary friend back into his life to deal with current traumas. Now what he doesn't know is this imaginary friend Daniel, played by Patrick Schwarzenegger, actually has worse intentions in store for him. Honestly, going into this one, I was a bit unsure of it. I knew Miles Robbins pretty much from Halloween 2018, but I hadn't really seen him in anything else. I wasn't sure if he could actually carry the film himself. Honestly though, he does a great job. He really pulls off everything he needs to, and his performance is really solid. What I will say guys, what I like about him is just how he kind of twists and bends his character as the movie progresses, as you slowly realise that there might be something wrong with him and he starts losing his mind. A lot of this is done through kind of quick cut shots, strobe lighting, or shaky camera work just to give you the sense that he's losing touch with reality. And they pull that off really well. Every single time he starts questioning something or starts going down a really bad path, we get those little things here and there that makes us feel uncomfortable and slightly unnerved. While this is all happening, we also have Daniel, played by Patrick Schwarzenegger. Now what I love about his performance is how energetic and playful it is at the start, and how it slowly becomes this darker performance as the movie goes on. Again, I wasn't too sure what he'd be like in this movie. I actually hadn't seen him in anything else, but he also does a really decent job. He plays the character as almost like a devil on Luke's shoulder, and at times that is hilarious. They have a lot of kind of playful, funny moments in there towards the start of the movie. As the film progresses, a darkness actually comes out of Daniel. So you slowly kind of see his mind change. You see his facial features start to slip away, and he becomes this darker figure that really has nothing but ill intentions for Luke. I love that part in the movie, how he could suddenly go from the smiley, happy character you were getting used to this much darker being. There is something kind of unnerving about it, and just chilling about his performance as we really see what he actually is. Just his complexion, his composure, even just his movement, how he moves in certain scenes are completely different to the Daniel you're introduced to at the start of the movie. Now I will say guys, there's always something slightly creepy and off-putting about Daniel, but towards the end of the movie you really see what he's made of, how brutal, how evil he actually is. The movie plays a lot visually with dark and strange settings just to kind of keep you on edge and put you off, particularly when it comes to Daniel and his intentions. There's also a lot of practical effects and gore in this one. There's a lot of blood and guts. What I will say guys, because of the practical effects, because they are so strange and off-putting, it just pulls you into the movie even more. As you see Luke slowly lose his mind and really not understand what the hell is happening, this movie does the same to the audience. The schizophrenic storyline is actually pulled off, in my opinion, quite well. You know, it is subtle for sure at the start of the movie. As the movie progresses towards the end, it does go and maybe a little bit too far, a bit over the top. But all in all, I thought they did a great job with it. You really feel the sense of isolation and just really what somebody in that situation could be going through. I thought they did a good job. As I said guys, they approach it with care towards the start of the movie. Towards the end, the movie turns in a different direction. It's a little bit different, it's a little bit off-putting, but overall I thought they handled it really well. Now if I had to give the movie a negative, it would probably be just the amount of characters in this one. At times it can feel a little bit bloated. There's a lot of side characters we're introduced to throughout the entire movie, where really we are just interested in seeing Luke and Daniel's character storylines. I think at times they spend a bit too much time with the side characters and there's not a huge payoff. The first half of the movie we really spend a lot of time with different characters throughout it, and we don't really see a lot of them until the end of the movie. Because of that, you have to spend the last act of the movie really wrapping up all those character storylines, and it takes away from Luke and Daniel's conflict. As well as that, they do kind of go on and explain the events towards the end of the movie a bit too much. For me personally, I figured out what was happening about halfway through the movie, and I think most people that watch this will also do the same. But they do kind of over-explain towards the end of the movie for whatever reason. Now I will say guys, the movie, it is visually stunning. The practical effects, as I said, are pulled off extremely well, so it can come across as confusing, the things they throw up on screen, but I don't think it's confusing enough that you're not going to figure the big plot out. Overall guys, I did really enjoy this one. I highly recommend checking it out. if you get a chance. Visually, the movie looks stunning. The cast, as I said, do a solid performance throughout the entire movie, and the concept alone is just very interesting. It's kind of a deep dive into mental illness and just kind of throwing in some horror elements. Now remember guys, as always, if you like, you can subscribe to the channel. If you want, you can pop on a notification bell just so you don't miss any more upcoming videos. Remember guys, you can also click on the video down below if you want to see more content like this, and I will see you in the next one.